Welcome back to the Lockroad Chronicles. My name is Larissa and today we are going to be going over my very ambitious November TBR. If you see this light behind me, no you don't. No you don't. It's nighttime here, so I have just terrible lighting, and if I turn that on everything turns orange, and I can't handle that. I can't handle that through the watching and editing process, and I know it would not be a good view for you either. Regardless of that, I have a big stack of books that I am hoping to read this November. I kept forgetting how many books that I really wanted to read this November, and they just kept adding on. Hopefully with Thanksgiving weekend, I'll be able to plow through quite a few of them. First off, I don't even know which one to start with. Well, we'll just go down. That'll be the thing. The first one up is going to be on my Kindle, and it is The Deal by L. Kennedy. And it's a sports romance, specifically hockey romance, where this girl, what's her name? I wrote it down. Hannah really likes this guy. She ends up having to tutor the annoying captain of the hockey team, and he promises to help her get this guy, and then it's kind of an enemies to lovers situation, and everybody's been raving about the Off-Campus series, and I love a sports romance so much, and I love hockey so much. As a former hockey player myself, like, nothing makes me more excited than those romances. Oh, especially when it's in college too, because you know, you just still have so much hope and drive, and it's wonderful. It's fantastic. So I am really wanting to get to that probably towards the end of the month, because I know I'll just fly through it and it'll set the season for winter, even though I hate winter. Next up is November 9th by Colleen Hoover. A lot of people have read this one. I feel like this is one of the main ones people read out of Colleen Hoover's. Since it's November, I figured we might as well read November 9th. It's about these two people. They end up meeting each day on November 9th over a lot of years. Ben is a novelist, and I think he's writing about Fallon, potentially. And it's supposed to be a love story, but apparently there's a plot twist. I don't really know. I like to go into things blind, so we'll find out. Next up is Love on the Brain, which I have heard is Love Hypothesis 2.0, and I loved that book. So even if they are cut, copy, pasted, I don't care. I eat that up. Eat it up. It looks very much like Star Wars fanfic yet again, and we love that. Enemies to lovers, apparently. I'm so upset with myself because this was a book of the month pick, and I was too impatient, and I bought it before the book of the month released. And so I'm just upset because I could have had a matching set. Like, it could have been the hardcover. Ugh, it's just such a bummer. Anyway, that's that. Hi, it's me. This is the one where we may spend the whole time reading through November. A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas, and this is technically the fourth, but also the fifth book if you exclude the novella. So I consider it the fifth book in the ACOTAR series, and it, I think, is focusing on a different couple from what I've heard, and I try not to hear much because I'm so happy I went into this series blind. It made it so much more enjoyable. Also, even though it doesn't match the rest of my set, like paperback wise, this is a floppy cover, and we love that when this is so thick, because that makes it so much easier to read by far. Book 2 was my absolute favorite, and I really enjoyed book 3, but a lot of people are saying this is their favorite. I'm so happy she decided to continue on with the series. And I did not get to Other Birds by Sarah Addison Allen last month, so we are going to hopefully read it this month, and if not, you know, we'll just push it off again. It's magical realism, and it just sounds like whimsical, and it's set in South Carolina, and Zoe has to go back to her deceased mother's house where she encounters, you know, some quirky neighbors, which is super fun. And then they have to, I think, solve a mystery or something. You know, we talked about it last month and I have somewhat forgotten. So you can get the full smidge synopsis from last month's TBR. The 6th and potentially final book is also going to be our monthly book club pick for the Lockwood Chronicles book club. It shouldn't really be too much of a surprise. This is my most anticipated read of the rest of the year, and that is Carrie Soto is Back by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I personally love Taylor Jenkins Reid. I love her characters, I love her writing, and I love how everything kind of intertwines. So we got a little snippet, if you will, of Carrie Soto back in Malibu Rising, which, oh, such a good one, such a good one. So Carrie Soto is a professional tennis player. She is retired. However, her career record is in jeopardy of, you know, somebody surpassing her. So she decides to come out of retirement for one last tournament to make sure that no one can surpass her and that she's still got it. It takes place in 1994. So pumped to read this. Also, the UK cover is so beautiful, it's so colorful. And then this one's fine. She looks beautiful on the cover, but I wish I would have had the UK cover. I also purchased this on my Florida vacation because my favorite thing to do on vacations is collect books. So I buy a book from each vacation just to commemorate it, and I'll put like a little card in here that says where I got it, who was with me, what trip it was, the year and such. It's a little fun way to add to my little library here. I used to collect mugs, but I just don't use that many mugs, and it was just taking up way too much cupboard space. So I would rather, you know, add to my book collection because that's more useful. So there will be a spoiler-free reading vlog and then a book discussion at the end of the month with spoilers. So they will be properly labeled. So if you would like to read along, or if you have already read this book, then look forward to those because it should be fun. I just love Taylor Jenkins Reid's writing. I just love how realistic her characters are. My best friend, on the other hand, she doesn't click as well with Taylor Jenkins Reid as an author, which makes me so sad. Makes me so sad, but it's okay. That's okay. Some people are wrong, and you know, we just need to support them anyway. Here are the 6 books that I am hoping to read in the month of November. Can I do it? Maybe. It's a soft yes. We'll do our best. Fingers crossed that we can. That's gonna do it for us. Feel free to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed my TBR and seeing all my hopes and dreams of reading this month, and find out at the end of the month if we succeeded. Also subscribe so you can find out if I actually got to read all 6 of these books in the month of November. It'll be a surprise for all of us, as well as respect others, respect yourself, and do something amazing with your day. Thanks, bye.